Hey art fam, it's Luis Martin, the art engineer. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. We're here. We're back in the studio. This is my little remote, you guys. Welcome back to the safe space. We took the safe space with us. We take it with us everywhere you go. Don't forget that. Turn on your little bubble. All right, listen, I have some really exciting news. But before we do that, if you're in New York this week, tomorrow I will be at Poster House in Chelsea. It's an amazing space where every first Friday they have these magnificent events. And this month they've invited me to come back and do a collage workshop. Now, I've said this before. I've done many a collage workshop and I have yet to be bored. I have yet to repeat myself, and this is going to be no exception. So come on, come all. There's a link. It's $10 per person, and you get admission to the museum, which is fantastic. So be part of that if you're in the area. Otherwise, join my email list, because that's how I let you know what's going on. And you know I like to travel and do things all over the place. But now is a really good time to join, because there's going to be a little something special on Monday's email. I sent two emails, one on Monday, which is an overview of all of the wonderful things we're doing at Collage Dream, and on Friday, which is my studio postcard, which tells you what I'm doing and all of the exciting things that are inspiring me. You're going to want to be a part of this. Okay, so I'm back in the studio. I'm happy. I'm excited. Anytime you do something slightly different, it impacts you. And I think this has impacted me because I have some great, to me anyway, really exciting news. So do you remember? If you're a member, you know, and you remember. The Digital Collage Dream Kit, clunky as it was, I have rebranded it. So now the Collage Dream Digital Kit is, are you ready for this? It's really exciting. I'm really excited about this. It is the Collage Dream Diary. Yes. You guys, I have rebranded it because I've gotten a lot of feedback over the months, over the years, over the weeks about the digital kit. And one of the things that people often tell me is that they really enjoy the pictures that I take, the aspect of the kit that makes it more personal from my practice. So I've been thinking about it for a while, and I've been developing, and now it's here, and now I'm going to share it with you. And this is what I'm going to do. All of the wonderful people, all of the art fam that are in my email list will get a sample of this new format. And let me tell you, it's going to be, you're going to get 3 images plus the collective image for August, which is going to be amazing. I'll show it to you right now. So are you ready for this? Okay, before I start, I just want to remind you, if you are new to collage, you don't need much. All you need is this. So this is my little kit. See, now that I've taken it on the road, I love the idea of being able to just pull drawers or boxes and put them in a bag and let's go, right? So this is the essential, right? Actually, you know what's missing here? Scissors. Other than that, everything is cool. I have my blade, I have my glue stick, which you know is a friend of me because it buckles a little bit, my squares that I love, my double adhesives, and this rolly sticky thing. Do I have scissors? Somewhere, I don't know. I'm wearing the feather, so you know it's gonna be a good video. So this is all you need, really. But really quick, you might ask, well, if I don't need much, why would I subscribe to become a member or to get the kits or the new diary? Well, here's the thing. What I give you is creative license. That's it. I'm giving you creative license, an invitation to take this very curated adventure any which way you'd like. I'm just giving you your license and the car, so you drive it wherever you want. All right, so that's one way to think about it. So without further ado, here is the first Collage Dream Diary. So yes, I went to FedEx, and it was a bit of a headache. Best practice: email your file, your diary when you order it, to FedEx or to Staples or whoever you use, or print it yourself if you can, ahead of time. Don't go there and do it because it's a nightmare. Just go to their website, do it, and you can pick it up the following day, and it just goes a lot easier, let me tell you. And always be nice to these people, because the people who work there are usually not very excited. So if you can make it easier for them, it'll be easier for you. All right, so this is it, you guys. Check this out. You do not get the leather jacket for the book because I can't email that to you, but you do get this. Isn't this exciting? All right, so this is, where can I put this? Let me put this over here. All right, so this is the first Collage Dream Diary, and what it is an art journal, it's a zine, it's a grimoire. You know you're always gonna get magic with me. And it's a very personal account of my artist life. I've been an artist all my life, I've been into magic all of my life, I've been into collage all my life, so I have a lot to share, I have a lot to say, I have a lot to give, and this is really becoming the perfect way to do that. As you know, one of the things that I always like to say when people buy my work is it fills me with joy and purpose. I don't know if there's anything more exciting for an artist than to be able to share what they do and also to be able to get something in return, right? Either that be appreciation, of making a living. So this is my way of just closing that generosity loop. So thank you for taking this adventure with me. All right, so this is the cover. Yay! I think every month we're gonna have a different cover, and it's just gonna be really exciting. Okay, so it has a little bird. This is from a book on birds that I have, and I just repurposed it. And again, everything is fair game, right? You cannot collage it if you want. You can just put it on your wall or just keep it as a zine. Or look at this beautiful color. When you print it, it'll always look slightly different, right? If you print it at home or if you print it at Staples, there will always be a variation, right? So keep that in mind. I love this green. So you open it like a book. And here is just my welcome, right? Like I said, the diary will include elements from my journal, camera rolls, collection, textures, and is always a collective image to make art with a community. And this diary is all about, it mixes my Friday postcard with the idea of an artist diary, a grimoire, and a zine to give you a more personal and meaningful digital experience. A grimoire is a collection of spells and magical thinking in a notebook, so you'll see a lot of that. This, my friends, and I'll show you, is the collective image for August 2024. And what is more magical than wings? Listen, I literally want to give you flight. I literally want to invite you to kind of get yourself out of this and let's ascend, shall we? Yes. Do I look like a cult leader? You know I am. So yeah, feathers. What do you want to do with this, right? You can literally just cut these out and put it on yourself. You can make a mask, right? Or you can make a collage. For the prompt in the paper kits, I am inviting people to take an old collage and add wings to it and see what happens. So we'll talk about that more next week when we unbox the August kit. So we have wings. The next thing, so when you get the kit, there are 10 images copyright free that you can use. What does that mean? It means you can use this to your heart's content, whichever way you want. And if you can sell your art, even better. Let me know that you're thriving. This is what this is. These are little seeds. If not, they're just for inspiration as well, right? So take a look at this. This is an old image that I wanted to revisit. Not old because it's an old photograph, but it's an image that I've given in the actual physical kits. This person is my grandmother, and she is a wild lady, still very much alive, a bit of a villain, but aren't we all when we have anything we want? So she's fun, and she's here in 3 different manifestations, right? So this is a great image to play with. I might have to collage this today. As I promised, this is very much my journal. If you can read my handwriting, you can have an insight into a little bit of what I was thinking. And I found this on the street recently, and I thought it was such a beautiful example of joy beckoning, right? I put it on Instagram. I was walking down Hell's Kitchen, and it's just not a fun strip of land. There's just a lot of drug use, there's just a lot of decay, urban decay. And traffic, and it's just ugly. But Hello Kitty was there, and I was like, oh right, hold on to that joy, right? So this is a reminder of that. You can use that however which way you want. Collections, I want to give you collections. I I'm a hoarder, so I collect things. These are not my shoes, although I would love a pair of these. But this is actually a picture of a shoe repair shop in the subway here in New York City. It's still there. I don't know. People, we're so much into disposable fashion, but I thought these would be cool. And how fun would these be with wings, right? Okay. This is a texture. I'm an eternal optimist. I believe in blue skies, even when I can't see it. So this is a little bit of that. Look how fun this would be to play with, right? This is a beautiful old graving from a grimoire, an actual grimoire, I think from the Renaissance. And this is something that I kind of doodled on, which is really, really fun that you can play with. And this is I love this. I'm a complete narcissist, you guys. But I own it, so it's okay. This is me and Savannah, literally in bliss, on the floor, just enjoying the wind. And there was a tree here that I told Elvis, my husband, I think I want to be buried here. It was just so beautiful. And I can see the ships, the cargo ships go by. It was wonderful. This is a shelf right here, actually. You can see the little cup with some magic books, and it's just a moment from my studio, which invites you in, right? So this is now part of you. And this is a little notebook that I keep, and a collage and a note. You gotta keep notes, you guys. This is the house that I want somewhere in the world. You gotta put it out there. This is a literal piece of one of my sketchbooks. And does anyone know who this is? Rock Hudson. And notes are really important. And I think a lot of times, so when you're an artist and you don't know what to do and you feel stuck, it's because we're so locked in ourselves, right? So the moment you open the door and realize that you're not unique, you're not an individual, that you're part of a wonderful collective of thoughts, of expressions, things open up, right? And one thing that really helped me is this, and I wrote it to myself. It says, no one is looking, so have fun, babe. So I'm writing this not only to myself, but to my younger self, to my older self, to you, to your younger self, to your older self, because we need to remember this. No one's studying us. No one cares, right? So the moment you let go is the moment that you realize that you are an instrument. You're an artist. Even if you're not an artist, you are an expression, and by expression I mean art. You're an artist of the divine, right? Here we go. So that's there. Some coffee. I got my coffee from the Evil Corporation, sorry. You gotta have one vice. Or two. So I also send you maps. This is a map of LA, this is a map of Merida. I'm telling you, this is idiosyncratic, this is personal. This should also get you thinking, I wonder what a map from where I live looks like, or I wonder what a map from where I was born looks like, or where my mother was born, right? So think about these things. Let these be triggering images that have a conversation with you, right? A beautiful baby with some rainbows here. I mean, just so much to look at, so much to play with. And then we end with this. This is a picture I took in Sedona and playing with some circles. You know, circles are magic. And this is the first diary, you guys. I am so excited to share this with you. So join the email list immediately. Go to collagedream.com, and to the very bottom, you can join the email list, or you can wait for the pop-up to give you a prompt so you can put it there. And I will be sending a sample of this, including the collective image, this Monday. All right, are you ready to collage? All right, let's go. All right, how are you? How is summer treating you? I'm gonna start with this guy. Summer has been amazing to me. I love it. I've been doing a lot of fun things. I don't know if I shared this with you. Did I share this with you? I don't remember. Well, I went to a nude beach, and out in New Jersey, and it was lovely. I didn't go nude, I'm not there yet. I think I did tell you this. But anyway, it was lovely, and I thought, wow, what a great way to get older. Nude, right? Because I didn't go nude, but it's something I'm striving for, to feel comfortable, right? So that'll be exciting. But just the idea of going to the beach is so foreign to me as a person, even though I'm from LA, even though I love being around water, but just the idea of being comfortable and feeling safe in my own skin and just really embracing that is lovely. I just realized that I'm cutting this, but I think I want this one, so let's do this. Well, I guess we can cut both. Why not? Why not? You guys, thank you to everyone who's ordered a painting. We already set out 4 to Texas, two in New York, and one in, where's the other one going? I forgot. I'm just too elated to remember. But that is so exciting. I have 4 more to make, so I'm going to work on that later this week. I'll share that process perhaps. And it's such a different language, right? It's such a different language to paint, but it comes from the same place. And a lot of my paintings are conversations that I'm having, very much in the way of collage, right? Things that come together. So that's really a fun thing that has come. Gee, I haven't collaged in a minute. Now I'm like, I feel like I need to shut up. So last time I spoke about Enigma, right? Like how it's an audio collage, and I've realized that that's been a trend in a lot of the music that I listen to. I love trip hop, and trip hop is exactly that. Trip hop is a modge podge of genres. So if you know anything about trip hop, you probably know the band Portishead, which is one of my favorite bands of all times. And their first album, Dummy, is that. They take soundtracks, they take hip hop, they take all this wonderful sounds and bring it together and meld it with this woman's voice, which is beautiful. Her name is Beth Gibbons. And you know what? They met in the unemployment office. Yeah. They're like, and you know, so even when things feel down at the unemployment office, can you imagine your life can change like that? So don't hide. All right, I'm gonna use the picture of my grandmother. Come on, grandmama. All right, so this lady is insane. I'm not kidding you. I think I'll use the orange one. She's lovely, but I don't talk to her much because she, like I said, she's a bit of a villain, and it is kind of how can I put it? She kind of wears people down. She's one of those people, and she's very much alive. I know we don't like to talk bad about the dead, so I can go to town with her. God bless you, Grandma. But she's one of those people who's stuck in victim mode. So, and she, she's lived, so sure. But uses that as leverage to manipulate people. And I learned this very early on as a kid. And it's tricky, and I'm sure you can relate. Not everyone is good, not everyone is bad. We're all a mix of both of these things, right? Of both of these very natural energies. But at a very early age, I realized that most of the people I loved were monsters. And I loved them because they were my family, and not because they earned my love, just because I had to love them, right? I was told I had to love them. So as an adult, or as a teenager, I realized, oh, this is probably not good for me. So I left, right? I left to New York. And it's something that I've had to kind of manage, right? To manage as I get older, because, Christmas, Thanksgiving, you want to go home, you want to be around people. But what happens when you realize that maybe they're not the best people for you, right? I'm going to use this. Look how beautiful. Oh, another thing for your little is a ruler. Rulers are great. And I see mine way over there. Bear with. Here we go. Okay. So that's something that that I'd had to reconcile, right? So, and that's perfectly fine. And art is one way of doing it. Distance is one way of doing it, right? I come from, anxiety, right? So one way that I let go of my anxiety, especially at night, oh my God, I used to have the hardest time falling asleep. I still do. But I used to have this horrible anxiety in my stomach when I used to wake up. Not no more. And one way that I was able to get rid of that is, gratitude. But at night, as I'm falling asleep, I go through my roster of people, and I send blessings. I send good wishes, right? So I say, bless mother, bless father, bless grandmother, bless, anyone that I've come in contact with, to just genuinely kind of just put it out there, because you release. Right? I'm not holding on to grudges. I'm not holding on to the bad memories. I'm just kind of saying, nope, it's all good. Ciao. And it's worked for me. So if you have that kind of relationship with people or anxiety, I mean, look what I'm doing. I'm not drawing horns on her. I'm giving her wings, right? Like, I think, I mean, I'm not wishing she's an angel or anything, but you know what I mean? Like, right. Here's the thing, and I've spoken to this with my artist before. What makes good art is not necessarily beauty, but emotion, right? And you can create from any emotion. You can create from joy, from lust, which is fantastic. You can create from anger. A lot of art comes from anger, and that's great. But anger is corrosive. It means it's gonna hurt you at the end. It's gonna wear you down, right? So instead of, I'm taking this marker and going like this to my grandma, I'm giving her wings and I'm saying, all right, love to you, right? Actually, when I did that, I'm like, ooh, that'd be kind of fun. Isn't that cool? Because then that's regenerative, right? Love is regenerative. I know that sounds super corny, but we've done so bad, you guys. You know the state of the world, it's because we've done so bad. But at any rate, so don't let what drives you also break you. Don't let it be so corrosive. Okay, so what happened? I just fucked up because now there's no contrast. That beautiful yellow, see, I can't see. That beautiful green went so well with this because there was contrast. See, I was being like, oh, yeah. And I messed it up, but no worries. Let me come back with love. Okay, I can use these guys. So let me do this. So yeah, so that's how it goes, and I was having a conversation with my friend, and jokingly, but not really, I was saying, I want a neck tattoo. Can you imagine a neck tattoo? And he's like, well, what would you get? And then I was like, ooh, good question. What would I get? Before, I used to want to have my grandma's signature, but then I would talk to her and I'd be like, fuck no. So that's not going to happen. But then I remembered when don't judge, but we've all been there. We've all tried everything. So if I was Christian for 5 seconds, and then I realized, oh God, this is all organized religion should be abolished. But one thing that I read in a book by this minister person, Joyce Mayer, who I love, she said something that totally changed me. She said, are you ready for this? Because this might change you. The glory of God is man, woman, you, me, fully alive. Holy shit. That's it. That's it. The glory of God is you fully alive. Now, what does that mean? I took it to mean God, the universe, is living through you. That's the only time. That's the only way it can be joyous. It can be glorious. And that kind of just like, wait a minute. I'm not wasting another second purposefully not enjoying myself, right? So think about that for a second. I was talking to my other friend. She's a writer, and I was telling her about my conversation with another friend. So this is a conversation about another conversation that I had. This might be better, you guys, because I don't like that. And I was like, I was telling my other friend about my friend, and I told her that I had told her. Okay, where are we going with this? Anyway, I said that I constantly feel this sadness, like this longing for something, and I don't know what it is, right? Scissors. I'm probably longing for scissors. Oh, here you are. See, longing fulfilled. Uh, and then she was like, "Oh, yes, absolutely." But many times we romanticize this, and I was like, "Yes, right, duh." Like it snapped me out of it. Which sometimes we need people to just snap us out of it. Like, okay, you're being a drama queen. You're romanticizing this. And then that made perfect sense. But then I got to thinking, well, what purpose does it have, right? Like, what's the purpose of it then if I'm just romanticizing it? And a lot of times, it's the familiar, right? It's the Stockholm syndrome. It's this like, oh, the only thing I know is, manipulation and blah, blah, blah. So, of course, I'm going to miss it. So then I create it for myself. So be careful. Be aware of that, is what I'm saying. All right, darling, where are you? Well, see, now I don't like this because now it looks like a shrine. Like I'm saying, oh, like I'm saying something. So I'm not going to do that. I did like it with the wings on her head. Isn't that kind of cool? So let's go there, you guys. Again, this might be a shit show and nothing might come out of it. But what is coming out of it? This conversation. You saw that? And that's the most important part, right? So if you can have this dialogue with yourself, by yourself, it's worth every moment of cutting paper, of this collage kit. Collage diary. And take it further if you can. Do this with somebody, right? Print it twice. I'm not gonna know. I won't demand you pay me twice, but print 2 of these and do it with a friend and see what happens, right? All right, so look, I'm gonna revisit this, my little pile, and I'm gonna do Hello Kitty. Come on, Hello Kitty. Oh yes, I like this much better. See, okay, the contrast is a little bit better. And then there's this thing over here. Okay, I did read what I wrote, but I don't think it was too crazy. It was about me calling Elvis's aunt. Her name is Milady, and her birthday is the same birthday as my dad's. And I was just reminiscing, or I was remembering how we used to rent an apartment in one of her houses, and we had a wonderful time with her. It was such a wonderful, like it was one of the happiest times in my life, because they were very jovial, and we had parties, and I had Day of the Dead parties, and they would come, they would indulge me. Fabulous. So every year I call her for her birthday, which happens to be also my dad's birthday, and it's a different experience. I remember I sent my dad flowers once, and he was just kind of like, "Why would you do that?" Like, and I was like, "Oh, sorry, won't happen again." So yeah, so that I was reflecting on that. Yeah, it is what it is. But so you go where there's joy. Okay, look at this. I think I'm just gonna add this strip, and then I'm gonna call it a day, perhaps. I don't know. I'm having a good time. Thank you for indulging me. So do not, if you want this kit and the collective image, go to collagedream.com and be part of the mailing list. That's where this is all going to go down. And honestly, what's going on with social media. You can't trust it anymore. So we need to be centralized. So the email list is where we can always stay in touch, right? And I send these out myself, so if you need to send me an email, you can reply to it, and I get it. And that happens often, and sometimes I don't answer because I'm busy, but I will see them. So, allons-y. Okay, here we go. Okay. Something's happening, you guys. Something's happening. I do enjoy all this. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give her a window. A Polaroid. That's what I'm gonna do. Look how wonderful that is. This is an actual Polaroid. I broke my Polaroid camera, you guys. If you can get your hands on a Polaroid, please get a Polaroid. They're so much fun. And the thing about it is, it was there. It was the Polaroid thing was there in front of the subject that you were taking a picture of, right? So if it's like the picture of Paris, it has the essence of that place. If you have there's a wonderful picture that I have of Elvis's parents that I gave him for his birthday, of his mom and his dad. It's a Polaroid, and they're sitting together, and it's just the most beautiful thing. I gave it to him for Christmas, all framed and nice. And it has their essence because they touched this. They saw it and shook it, said no, but they saw it, you know, and his father has passed since. So it's there. He's there. It's wonderful. It's wonderful when you believe in magic. It cures the longing. All right, I'm just going to nestle this. Remember, this is a wonderful tip, nestling things, right? Okay. Voila. I think I am fini. Wait, can I add one more thing? So look at this. So remember this texture of the, of the collection of the shoes? Use the border. I think that's kind of fun, right? Oh, you know, I had those little circles. I don't know where they went. It's fine. Okay, so this is my... Ooh, I like this. So Hello Kitty's gone. My grandma has covered Joy yet again. I'm kidding. But see, this is what happens, right? So we're gonna explore this after. Hold on. Let me not get ahead of myself. Okay, I'm just gonna put this here, and then we'll be done. Yes. Okay. Doop 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 doop. Oh shit! I started the oop doop doops. Okay, so this is my collage, and as always, I advise you as an artist, as a person, take a step back and see what you've created. In conversations in life, it's good to take a step back, right? So let's take a step back. Let's make space, and let's look at this collage that I've created from our first Collage Dream Diary. So I told you that the Hello Kitty was Joy, right, in Urban Decay, and I've covered my Joy with my grandma, who I just spilled the beans with, with you, and, but I created space for Joy for her as well, right? I'm not holding grudges. I'm giving her wings. I want her to fly, not as an angel, but here on Earth with her ideas, and I've kind of created a window, right? I think windows are beautiful. They're portals, and it's not always what you see through the window, but it's the idea of having fresh air, being able to open and depressurize an environment, right? How's that for pop psychology? You guys, so this is my collage, and I'm so happy to be back in my studio, and I'm so happy to evolve, right? This is an evolution of something that started during the pandemic. This is an evolution of something that made me really happy and other people happy. And now we're just taking it to the next level. We're getting closer. We're sharing stories and having a hell of a time. All right, you guys, I am Luis Martin, the art engineer. Go to collagedream.com, be part of the Collage Dream Diaries, and you'll still be art fam. That does not change, and I'm inviting you to play. So enjoy. All right, I will see you here, there, and everywhere you take your phone. Ciao.